Okay. So the purpose for this nutritional counseling is to provide information about a diet that's good for your oral health, and it's a responsibility that I have as a dental professional, and to help encourage patients to change their eating habits, which can be difficult. But the main goal is to make recommendations and changes that are as close to the patient's normal eating habits as possible. So first, we are going to go over your medical and diet findings. So you wrote down that you are overweight and that you have high blood pressure, and then your medications that you take are for blood pressure, your thyroid, acid reflux, and then a seasonal allergy medication. Do you have any food restrictions on any of these medications?
No.
No? And then you also said that you have no food allergies, no nutritional supplements. You said that you are on the Weight Watchers diet. How's that going?
Kind of not very well right now.
And then
Taking a break.
and then you wrote that income, stress, and work may have an influence on your diet.
Yes.
Okay. So on this flip chart, we're first going to talk about the caries process. Caries, tooth decay. So when sugar and the germs in your mouth meet, they form an acid. And then when that acid comes in contact with a healthy tooth, it causes your tooth to decay. And tooth decay is the most infectious disease in the world, and the saliva in your mouth can help to protect your teeth from the sugar causing tooth decay.
Okay.
And then in your mouth, a normal pH is like 6.2 to 7.0. Your tooth enamel starts to break down around 5.5 to 5.7 pH, and then your dentin starts to break down around a pH of 6.0. And then some of the foods that will lower your pH and can cause tooth decay are like yogurt, bananas, watermelon, and avocado. Now we're going to talk about cariogenic foods. These are foods that can help start the process of caries and decay, and they lower the mouth pH to around 5.5. These are normally the foods that are bad for you but taste the best, like sugary cereals, sugar and pop. They normally have like a sticky consistency like fruit snacks, and if they break down into smaller pieces and get stuck in your teeth for long periods of time, they can cause damage. The sugar lactose that is in milk causes milk to be cariogenic, but milk is full of good vitamins and minerals, so they kind of outweigh each other. And then if you drink a sugary drink with a meal, try drinking water afterwards to flush out those sugars out of your mouth and to lower your chance of decay. Now we'll talk about the non-cariogenic foods. These are the ones that don't cause the caries process. And these are like sugarless gum or sugar-free gum, cheese, yogurt, milk, nuts, popcorn, raw veggies. Now we'll look at the foods that you labeled as cariogenic on your list. Is there anything on there that you would now consider to be cariogenic after being told the definitions and some examples of cariogenic foods?
Yeah, I would say pretty much all of it on here would be.
What
maybe
are some?
not clementines, but those, the oranges. I don't know if those would be, but the blueberry muffin, the gyro.
They're also
chicken noodle soup.
Cariogenic foods are more likely to be the processed foods. So a lot of the good stuff is bad for you. Well, a lot of good tasting stuff is bad for you, like potato chips, French fries. If there's canned beans, then they're considered processed and carcinogenic. Fettuccine sauce is processed. And of course, your Mountain Dew, which is really bad for you.
Right.
And you shouldn't drink it anymore.
Right.
But you can drink milk instead, because milk and dairy don't cause decay. And the calcium and the phosphorus that's in the milk repair and make your tooth's enamel strong, and it puts a protective barrier on your teeth. And then yogurt has a probiotic that keeps your mouth pH level balanced, and it slows down the caries process. So try to drink a glass of milk during and at the end of your meal to help lower the chances of getting tooth decay and such. We'll look at simple and complex carbohydrates next. So complex carbohydrates are good for your body. They give you vitamins, minerals, fiber, water that you need to survive, like whole grains, whole grain pasta, oatmeal, and starchy vegetables. And then here's a list of complex carbs. Oatmeal, 100% whole wheat pasta, popcorn, brown rice, raspberries, kiwi, blueberries, pomegranate, kale, garlic, broccoli, onion, lentils, black beans, soybeans, sweet potatoes, plantains, parsnips, green peas, pumpkins, and yams. Simple and empty carbs are the ones that are high in calories, but they don't have any necessary nutrients that we need. They're also known as empty carbs, and they're broken down in the body pretty quick because they don't have any necessary nutrients that need to be broken down and absorbed. Some examples of simple sugars like glucose, fructose, and galactose, and then you can find empty carbs in natural foods and in processed foods. So I guess that would be like your clementines. So fruit's very good for you because it has a bunch of vitamins, fiber, mineral, and other good nutrients. And then you want to stay away from canned fruit that is usually sitting in some type of syrup because they're full of sugar. Go for fruit and real fruit juice, and then try to limit how much fruit juice you drink because it's full of sugar, like apple juice, orange juice, and things like that. And then simple carbs are also the junk food like ice cream, candy, and cake. And then unfortunately, junk food doesn't have any beneficial vitamins or minerals for us. And if you eat too much junk food, it can cause you to gain weight, develop diabetes, and can be bad for your teeth. Now we'll look at your nutrient deficiencies from the 3 days that you did track. Okay. So on here, your minerals were calcium, potassium, sodium you were over, iron, magnesium you were under, vitamins A, C, D, E, K, and choline you were under on all those. So we'll talk about those and why they're important. We'll start with vitamins. So vitamin A on here helps keep your mucous membranes healthy and prevents you from getting dry mouth and keeps your mouth healthy. And you can get it from fish, collard greens, oranges, and cantaloupe. You don't really like fish though. And then if you don't get enough vitamin A, you can have problems healing and regrowing your tissues in your mouth. You can get dry mouth. You can get fungal infections in your mouth, a decreased taste sensitivity, and interrupted enamel development. Vitamin C helps to strengthen your gums and soft tissues, protects against gingivitis, and prevents your teeth from getting loose. And you can get vitamin C from citrus fruit, potatoes, leafy greens. And if you don't get enough vitamin C for a long time, it can result in scurvy. and you can get bleeding and swollen gums, loosening, or the loss of your teeth, and it can also give you bad breath. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium while increasing your bone mineral density. You need a lot of vitamin D to get calcium. You can go outside and get it from the sun. You can eat tuna and mushrooms, and if you don't get enough, you can not complete the calcification of your teeth, and then you'd have an underdevelopment or an incomplete development of enamel and dentin. Vitamin E helps to prevent you from developing periodontal disease, which is really bad. Lowers the inflammation in your mouth and acts as an antioxidant. Oral deficiencies, I couldn't find anything, but if you take the supplements and you take too much, it can cause you to continually bleed. And then you can get it from different nuts and seeds, fish, avocado, leafy greens and vegetables. Vitamin K helps prevent your bones from breaking down and helps with bone strength. You can get it from Brussels sprouts, spinach, broccoli, and if you don't get enough, you'll get an increased risk of bleeding after you brush, a fungal infection in your mouth, and gingival hemorrhages. And then the last vitamin is choline, and it keeps your cells and your nerves working correctly. You can get it from salmon, eggs, spinach, and cauliflower. And then deficiencies I found were liver damage, muscle aches and pains, and nerve damage. And now we'll talk about your minerals. Calcium helps to form and keep your teeth and gums healthy. You need phosphorus to help strengthen your bones along with calcium. They team up. You can get calcium from dairy, brown rice, cabbage, broccoli, and then if you don't get enough, you can get tooth loss, the inability to complete calcification, and an increase of decay. Potassium helps to improve your bone mineral density. The potassium and magnesium team up to prevent your blood from getting too acidic, which then takes away the calcium from your bones and your teeth. You can get it from bananas, is probably the most popular one that you can get it from. Lima beans, tomatoes, avocados, and then if you don't get enough, you'll have bleeding gums. Sodium was the one that you were over on. Sodium is in the calcified structures of your body, bones, and teeth. You already have salt in your saliva, and it helps you to tell if there's salt in certain foods. And then you can get sodium from table salt, eggs, beets. And then other ways that you can get sodium is from drinking water that has fluoride, baking soda, and toothpaste that has baking soda or sodium fluoride added to it. Iron keeps your red blood cells at good levels, lets your immune system fight properly, and fights against gum disease and other oral infections. You can get it from eggs, seafood, bread, green leafy vegetables. And then if you don't get enough iron, you'll get mouth sores, dry mouth, and tenderness in your throat and your tongue. Magnesium helps your body to absorb calcium to your bones and your teeth. You can get it from dark leafy vegetables, dark chocolate, bananas, and avocados. You like dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oral deficiencies, you can get mouth ulcers or inflamed gum tissue. And then your last mineral is phosphorus, and this is the one that helps calcium strengthen your bones. You can get it from cereal, almonds, grapes, and citrus fruits. And then if you don't get enough, the calcium in your bones basically goes to waste, and then your teeth can chip and break. So those are very important for not only your normal health, but your oral health as well.
Mm-hmm.
So after going through all that, are there any food choices that you would consider changing, or any other changes that you would consider?
Eating less processed foods, more healthy choices, less sugars and sodium, and trying to get...
And soda.
Yes, and soda, and try to get...
Because you like
more
Mountain
vitamins.
Dew.
Yes.
Maybe a vitamin supplement.
Yes.
And then what have you learned from this activity?
That I need to eat healthier and choose better choices. Like I said, no more sugars, or less sugars and less sodium, and more vitamins, that not realizing that all these mouth problems that it can cause, as well as what other health issues. So changing those and eating better.
And then just looking at these also, you are over on your calories.
Yep.
The target is 2,000. You were a little over on that. Sugars, you were almost double over. Sodium, you were over. Refined grains, you were over. Protein foods, you were over. You were under on seafood. Under on veggies and fruits. Under on whole grains. Over on oils. And then over on total calories, added sugars. So you can start small changes and make baby steps, and then if you're feeling adventurous, make more.
Yep.
What I learned is that I learned the importance of making sure that you're getting the nutritional needs daily and what can happen to your mouth and body if you don't. Also learning about the vitamins and minerals. I never really took in consideration how the body uses these different vitamins and minerals, and that you can get your necessary essential vitamins and minerals from food, not just milk. And that what we put into our body can really benefit and harm us. Something positive that I've gotten from this experience is learning all of this valuable information to help my patients in the future. Not only will I be helping patients to keep good oral health, but being able to help make lifestyle changes to improve their overall health. It also made me look into the things that I consume as well, but I'm looking forward to helping my future patients. And if I could improve something the next time, I would have my sister also track some of the foods and drinks that she consumed in order to do a household experiment. I would also have the patient track their foods for a whole week to get a more accurate group of information. This was what I think a trial run, so I would like to change, like providing more information for the patient so that they have all information in front of them so that it's very clear for them to understand. And I think we've covered everything. So thank you for participating in this nutritional counseling. Hopefully this has provided you with the beneficial information to use in your future.
Yes. Okay. Welcome.
Cool.